they reportedly found 25 injuries that were compatible with those caused by falling from a height. So that's according to the autopsy.
You cannot say that 25 injuries, individual injuries, are associated with a fall from this height.
He would always message me ever since we broke up, like, oh, I'm not well. He would always play with death and be like, well, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing well.
Since we heard the news about Liam Payne's passing, countless stories have surfaced. But one new video has shocked fans everywhere. In the video, Liam appears visibly distressed before the incident, sparking questions. Was his tragic fall truly an accident, or is there something more troubling behind it?
These are some of the last images of Liam Payne that he shared on social media this week before his tragic death on Wednesday.
From what we know so far, it's definitely puzzling. He reportedly fell from the third floor of a hotel. But could there be hidden details in this tragic story that we haven't discovered yet? Many fans share this concern, expressing that they believe this incident was no accident. What's even more shocking is that Liam's girlfriend has revealed a major revelation. Liam Payne had actually predicted his own death. She recounted a chilling conversation where he shared his fears about not being around much longer.
He would always play with death and be like, well, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing well.
This revelation has set off a whirlwind of speculation, with many wondering if someone was after him, or if there was a deliberate effort to take him out of the picture. After all, why would he make such a grim prediction about his life? As it turns out, there are several reasons behind his belief that he wouldn't be around for much longer, and they raise a lot of questions. Some fans think he may have sensed danger or had unsettling experiences leading up to his tragic fall. And today, we're going to dig deep into those reasons and explore what might have been happening in his life before that fateful day.
Liam's father, Jeff Payne, spent 4 hours at the prosecutor's office Tuesday to help in the investigation. And that's Liam's bodyguard with police during their raid. Cops reportedly visited Liam's third-floor suite and left with documents as well as footage from the hotel's underground area.
As we all know, Liam Payne was in Argentina recently to attend a concert by his former One Direction bandmate, Niall Horan. The two actually reunited at the show, which excited fans around the world. But soon after, things took a dark turn. According to the Buenos Aires police, a search of Liam's hotel room after his tragic fall revealed a chaotic scene. They reportedly found alcohol and medications, including clonazepam, which is often used for epilepsy, muscle spasms, or anxiety. The room was a mess with broken items and scattered medications, suggesting things were out of control. Police collected fingerprints and other evidence from the scene and found a whiskey bottle, a lighter, and a mobile phone near where his body was discovered. In one picture, you can see a white substance on the bathroom floor and around the tub, hinting that Liam may have been really going through something intense. Another photo shows a table covered in foil, scorch marks, and white powder. And then there's a cracked TV with half a finished glass of what looks like wine sitting next to it, just another sign of his emotional turmoil. Apparently, while he was in the lobby of the hotel, he was so upset that he smashed his own laptop in a fit of frustration. Hotel staff had to step in and help him back to his room. And according to recent reports, Liam Payne had traces of at least 4 different substances in his system when he tragically fell from the third-floor balcony of his room. To make matters even more unsettling, an audio recording of a hotel receptionist's call to emergency services was released. In the call, the receptionist described Liam acting erratically and urgently requested medical assistance. The employee also expressed concerns for Liam's safety since his room had a balcony overlooking a patio. A detail that in hindsight feels like a tragic omen.
¿Qué sucede en el lugar, señor?
Bueno, tenemos un huésped que está sobrepasado de droga y alcohol. Y cuando está consciente está rompiendo toda la habitación y bueno, necesitamos que manden a alguien, por favor.
Bajo efectos de alcohol y estupefaciente, ¿no, señor?
Sí, correcto.
Just 6 days after Liam Payne's heartbreaking passing, the initial toxicology report results have surfaced, revealing a troubling combination of substances in his system. Among them was a potent pink substance, often recognized for its bright fuchsia color and known in nightlife circles as a luxury party item. This pink powder has a complicated mix of ingredients that can produce unpredictable reactions, especially when combined with alcohol. Being a black market product, its exact blend is often unknown, and the effects can vary widely. When taken with alcohol, it can intensify its effects, leading to drowsiness, disorientation, and even blackouts. Investigators are now hoping that these findings will offer more clarity on Liam's final moments. While some are quick to label his passing as a tragic choice, not everyone shares this view. Many believe that Liam may have been driven to this point, not physically pushed, but pressured in ways that wore him down mentally and emotionally. Fans and close friends alike are holding on to this sentiment, expressing that the overwhelming challenges he faced could have created a storm too difficult to weather alone. Many are speculating that some of this pressure may have been linked to ongoing legal issues with his ex-girlfriend Maya. The fallout from these troubles was significant, with reports from the Daily Mail indicating that Liam's solo career was struggling, prompting Universal Music to sever ties with him. A source revealed to the Daily Mail, Liam's advance was massive, and he didn't recoup it. Out of all the One Direction boys, Liam was on the wrong path musically. This situation added to the mounting pressure, leaving many to wonder how these struggles contributed to Liam's state of mind in his final days. Now going back to Maya, the two first sparked romance rumors in 2018, shortly after Liam Payne split from Cheryl Tweedy, with whom he shares a 7-year-old son named Bear. They got engaged in 2020, but their relationship took a turn, and they broke off the engagement the following year. After a brief reconciliation, they ultimately split for good in May 2022. Fast forward 2 years, during which Liam was dating influencer Kate Cassidy. Maya released a novel titled Looking Forward. The book tells the story of a young woman and a former boy band star named Oliver, who grapples with addiction and mental health issues. Maya described it as inspired by true events, which led many fans to speculate it was about her relationship with Liam. In a chilling twist, there's a moment in the novel where Oliver threatens to jump off a balcony, a scenario that has drawn eerie parallels to Liam's tragic end. Although Liam never publicly addressed Maya's novel, the aftermath of his passing has seen some fans turning against her. They've used the book as evidence to blame her for his struggles, accusing her of being obsessed with him. But Maya didn't stop there. After releasing her book, she took legal action and sent a cease and desist letter to Liam Payne. On October 6, the Texas-born influencer shared a TikTok video where she claimed that ever since their split, the singer has been persistently reaching out to her from various phone numbers saying, "Since we ended things, he keeps messaging me and blowing up my phone."
But I always felt like it was so that I could continue to feel bad for him. And because he would always message me ever since we broke up, like, "Oh, I'm not well." He would always play with death and be like, "Well, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing well."
Maya also alleged that Liam was reaching out to her friends and even encouraged his fans to leave comments about her online.
He preys on One Direction fans because they will always be loyal to him and they won't tell on him.
To put a stop to this, she instructed her lawyers to send him a cease and desist letter, citing his attempts to contact her through various numbers and iCloud accounts. Maya's legal team, composed of Marco Crawford and Daniel Cerna, described this action as a response to new and concerning information regarding Liam's behavior. The letter further accuses him of reaching out to her friends and family, particularly her mother, Azteca Henry. After Maya posted her video, Liam was hit with a storm of backlash from fans, many of whom shared their own experiences with his behavior. This flood of criticism painted a troubling picture, leading to growing concerns for Liam's well-being. Reports suggest that he fell into such a deep depression that he allegedly threatened that if anything were to happen to him, it would be because of Maya.
Because he would always message me ever since we broke up, like, "Oh, I'm not well." He would always play with death and be like, "Well, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing well." I know the lifestyle he lives, and there is a day where something bad is going to happen. So I would always be like, okay, he's saying these things. I have to help him, because if I don't, I will never be able to live with myself if something does happen to him.
Now, while Maya certainly made some questionable choices in handling her situation with Liam Payne, especially knowing he was already struggling with his mental health, there's a layer of complexity to her actions that deserves attention. It was reported that the real reason behind Liam and Maya's split was cheating. This drama unfolded when fans began tagging Maya in photos of Liam with another woman, mistakenly believing it was her. The onslaught of messages became overwhelming, pushing Maya to her breaking point. She finally responded on social media, sharing her distress, saying, "I love all the fans so much, but please stop sending me these pictures of my fiancé wrapped around another woman. This is not me. And it's hard enough knowing this has happened without seeing it. Enough now. Following their breakup, Liam was seen dating the woman from those pictures, seemingly confirming the cheating allegations. However, that relationship didn't last long, and shortly after, he started dating influencer Kate Cassidy. For 2 years, things appeared to be going smoothly for the couple, yet the shadow of Liam's past controversies, especially his fallout with Maya, never really faded. Fans who once adored him began turning their backs, expressing disappointment and frustration over his actions. Liam himself acknowledged this turmoil during an episode of Stephen Bartlett's The Diary of a CEO podcast. He admitted he felt disappointed in himself for hurting people. This candid moment revealed a man grappling with the consequences of his choices and the impact they had on those around him. Liam also shared that he was actively working on improving himself and managing his emotions. He reflected on his past relationship, saying, "That's where I got to in my last relationship. I just wasn't giving a very good version of me anymore. And I didn't appreciate and didn't like being that way. I can honestly say I feel better out of it. I didn't feel good doing what I did, but it had to happen." His honesty continued as he added, "That's just the corniest way of saying it was the best for both of us. Whatever. Cool. Nice story, bro. But it just feels like that. I know it was a problem, so I needed to sort myself out. I already feel good. It has already got me more concentrated, and I hope she is happy."
And I feel that's what, that's where I got to in my last relationship. I just wasn't given a very good version of me anymore that I didn't appreciate and I didn't like being. And I can honestly say that I feel better out of it. I didn't feel good for doing what I did, but it had to happen.
But despite his efforts to move on and improve, the negativity didn't seem to fade. Even after admitting his mistakes and expressing a desire to change, Liam couldn't escape the shadows of his past. Maya didn't stop calling him out. In fact, she even filed a cease and desist letter just days before his death, indicating that she wasn't ready to let go of the situation. Additionally, just days before the tragic incident, Liam's label also made the shocking decision to drop him. This was yet another blow for the singer, coming at a time when everything seemed to be piling up. Reports even surfaced about his recent reunion with Niall Horan, but it appears their conversation didn't end on a positive note, leaving Liam feeling more isolated than ever. In a haunting twist, a woman named Rebecca, who happened to be staying at the Casa Sur Palmero Hotel for a friend's wedding, shared her unsettling encounter with Liam just hours before his passing. Speaking to the Daily Mail, she recounted their brief meeting in the hotel lobby, saying, "I came into the hotel and he was waiting by the elevator, and it was so clear he wanted someone to recognize him," she explained. There was something a bit desperate about him. One of her friends was supposed to check into the suite that Liam had occupied, yet it was already past 4:30 p.m. and he still hadn't checked out. As they waited by the elevator, the group recognized the X Factor alum, but chose to respect his privacy, giving him the space he seemed to crave. She even posted a photo she took while Payne was in the elevator, serving as evidence that she was indeed in the same hotel where he was staying. However, when the elevator arrived, Liam broke the silence. "Yes, I'm Liam," he announced dramatically, almost as if he were seeking validation. He then invited the group. "All right, come on, you lot. Get in the elevator with me. I love a cuddle," prompting some of Rebecca's friends to join him. As they rode up, he began a lively conversation joking about Americans. "Oh, you're Americans. I live in West Palm Beach. I know Americans. You guys are effing crazy. You guys are effing dangerous," he exclaimed, laughter filling the small space. However, the mood quickly shifted when he grabbed a woman he had been with, pretending to choke her lightly. While it was meant to be playful, others found it unsettling. Minutes later, Rebecca returned to the lobby only to find Liam re-emerging with his laptop. "I have a blind relative, and I realized he had the laptop on its accessibility setting, so every time he moved the mouse, it spoke out loud," she explained. It struck her as an odd attempt for attention. However, when he opened an email that visibly upset him, he exploded. "F this, mate," he shouted, slamming the laptop against the ground, leaving onlookers in shock. It's a high-end hotel, and his behavior was so out of place. People were just chilling, Rebecca recalled. Concerned, she approached him, asking if he was okay. His response was disheartening. "I used to be in a boy band. That's why I'm so effed up," he confided, a stark reflection of his mental turmoil. As he continued to act out, a member of his entourage approached Rebecca, apologizing for Liam's behavior, explaining that he just gets so high sometimes. This raised more questions in her mind about the support system surrounding him. Rebecca noted Liam's dilated pupils, and lack of focus, and she couldn't shake the feeling that his behavior resembled that of someone under the influence of illegal substances. As Liam staggered back into the lobby, he tripped and fell flat on his face, prompting hotel staff to rush to assist him. That was when Rebecca took her last photo of him, capturing a moment that now feels haunting. It wasn't long before the police arrived, and the initial impression that they were there to escort him out quickly shifted to a more serious tone as staff members began to panic. Tragically, several of Rebecca's friends later witnessed the unimaginable, Liam falling from his third-floor balcony into the hotel courtyard. What started as a chaotic day quickly turned into a scene of horror. It was awful, and at first they thought he might have just injured himself, but then we saw the body out in the courtyard, and later they brought him out on a stretcher, she recalled, her voice heavy with emotion. According to the National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office, the preliminary autopsy report disclosed that Liam Payne suffered multiple traumas, leading to both internal and external bleeding, a disturbing insight into the severity of his injuries. Emergency doctor Alberto Crescenti elaborated on the grim details, stating that Payne sustained a cranial fracture among extremely serious injuries that ultimately resulted in his immediate death. The severity of these injuries was such that first responders were unable to revive him, underscoring the dire circumstances surrounding his final moments. The sad details of Liam Payne's final moments have been made even more poignant by leaked photos from TMZ. These images confirm that the snapshot taken by Rebecca was indeed from the last hours of his life, with Liam still wearing the same shirt. A heartbreaking reminder of how quickly life can change and how tough fame can be. In the aftermath of this tragedy, many voices from the entertainment world are raising concerns about the dangers of being famous, especially for young artists who are suddenly thrust into the spotlight. They're calling for important changes in the music industry to protect those facing the pressures of stardom. One of those speaking up is Katie Weisel, a singer-songwriter who auditioned alongside Liam on The X Factor back in 2010. She took to X to demand an investigation into Psycho Entertainment for possibly neglecting their duty to care for artists. Weisel passionately declared, "Artists are not just products, their well-being should come first." She urged, "We need new laws to protect the safety and mental health of everyone in the industry. No more profit over people. Let Liam's story be the spark that leads to the change we desperately need." In an interview, she even revealed that she had tried reaching out to Liam because he seemed very disturbed in the days leading up to this tragic incident.
I tried to reach out a good few times recently because I know that he'd been going through a bit of a tough time. And we're still waiting for confirmation as to what actually happened. I'm still in shock, to be quite honest with you.
Many other celebrities and artists have also paid tribute to Liam, especially his fellow band members from One Direction, who are heartbroken by the news. Zayn Malik, visibly shaken by Liam's passing, even decided to postpone his U.S. tour as a mark of respect for his late friend. In a heartfelt joint post on their official One Direction Instagram account, the band expressed their grief. "We're completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing. In time, and when everyone is able to, there will be more to say. But for now, we will take some time to grieve and process the loss of our brother, who we love dearly." The statement went on to reflect on the memories they shared. "The memories we shared with him will be treasured forever. For now, our thoughts are with his family, his friends, and the fans who loved him alongside us. We will miss him terribly." Concluding their heartfelt tribute, they simply said, "We love you, Liam." This poignant message underscored the deep bond they shared as a band and as friends, reminding fans of the brotherhood that once captivated the world. Fans were heartbroken to see the long-awaited reunion of One Direction happen in such a tragic way, as the members gathered not for a concert or celebration, but for Liam's funeral. It's especially bittersweet since Liam was reportedly the one who had been most eager to bring the band back together, and now he's gone forever. What do you think? Could the mounting pressure from his ex-fiance's legal moves and the challenges he was facing have pushed him to the edge? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And while we wait for more updates, don't forget to subscribe, like, and give us a thumbs up for more content like this.